it's around almost 5 years. Now, I will hand over briefly, because we have an activity with Honorable Moses. I'll hand over to Honorable Harun to chair for a while, so that we attend to some activity and then come back later. Otherwise, continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Maybe Honorable Gladys.
Okay, thank you. Wish you well, Chair. Any undertakings? Okay, SG, I'm the Chair, Contractors Association. From the documents that you've attached, you've put up the contract sums on the project that you've executed. How did you know that the contract sum is a certain amount, and who did the BQs, and also the costings, and yet there were no documentations? How did you know the amount, and who does the BQs?
To the chair, I think as Kericho Contractors Association, despite we have a huge pending bills, we are not mad that to an extent that we go to a site without any one of the officers from Kericho County government handing us a site with a budget. So most of the contracts being executed by contractors have a budget, so that somebody will budget himself. This 1 kilometer of road, what machines do I need? He already knows. He already knows what amount of money I'm going to borrow in bank, so that I can execute a classroom. So what I want to clarify there, that each and every, no contractor in our midst has gone to site without involvement or without the executive from the team from executive handing over the site or inspection inspector.
I think through the chair, to be very precise on that, you've asked on how do we know the value of that contract, yet that contractor was going to say has just gone maybe through an executive order or a directive from a very influential person in the government. That one, it is in the public domain that if it is a road, there is a budget. And it is in the public domain that maybe a kilometer is executed. If it is a gravel, the value for one kilometer, executing a 1 kilometer on a gravel road is this much, which is about 1.5. And if you are given 2 kilometers, and then definitely you know that this is 3 million shillings. If you are given 3 kilometers, 4.5. So that one, we're also very confident about it. It's only that maybe you are directed to do it, and you don't have a document, but you know the value of the contract.
Now maybe, Chairman, like what Mheshimiwa is asking, is the issue that which BQ are you going to use probably if you don't have any documentation, and you are going for a road that doesn't have any documents?
In most cases, these roads, Your Chair, in most roads that we go, it's given site instructions on the scope of work. Now, these site instructions with the scope of work, maybe we know if
do you have a of record?
Yeah.
Who is this person
giving a scope of work?
You the scope of work and the site instructions.
The engineer on site.
The site engineer.
Yeah.
And do you have a copy? Probably, let's say, like for this road that I've seen in Kablela Artet, do you have site instructions?
Site
maybe
instructions.
Yeah. When
it
8
kilometers, I saw 8 kilometers. Kablela Artet.
So when it comes to particulars of proof, you can provide to the committee.
You know, Mheshimiwa, like, you know why we are asking this, is the said road of 8 kilometers. We've been told in the pending bids here that it is 12 million. So that's why we are asking, so that we can ascertain, because now these are things that were done in 2022. It would be prudent if we got scope of work.
And also, additionally, Chair, you see, if it is costing 8 million, it is supposed to be going the open tender way, not the RFQ, because the limit for anything past 5 million mark, even 5 million and 1 shilling, it goes directly to a different tendering process.
Yeah.
So would want to see those site instructions so that at least we can proceed from there.
To the chair, in relation to that project of Kable Latin, everyone was present, more so to with the executive. The inspector was there, engineer was there, governor was there, CEO was there. So by the time a county government prepare a contractor to go and launch a project in a ward, I think at that time they have all the documentation in their mind. What are they going to launch?
Finally, on issues of the debts and the pending bills that is appearing here, we have seen the fully documented, the partially documented, dating back to many years back. There was a time, there was a task force put together by the Secretary of the Governor to look into the pending bills. Did you have an opportunity to submit to the task force? Is this what you have given us also appearing in the task force report?
It is, and I believe that we have a copy.
Yeah, I think we can give the copy to.
You'll give the copy of the task force to
I think
Secretariat.
it is attached with the document we gave you.
Oh, it is attached to the documents, okay.
Just give what you have, no issue.
Yes.
You know what happened? I think that is in public domain.
Yes.
When the team which was constituted by the executive committee, they produced a pending bill worth 514 million. Only 336 million, 173 was only paid. That the remaining millions was 177 million 800. And all those, it is what is captured in those documents by the contractors when we requested it. 2022 finance.
Going behind, you know?
Yes.
So I think that one is okay. So maybe if you have those documents, we would request that you give your sisters in those task force report. Thank you. Proceed.
So finally, Chairman, after here, obviously we will have a win-win situation. Maybe we are preempting. What are your prayers? Maybe as an association, so that if you see in water, you have close to 71 million to a total of 106, a total of 684. What can you say about this?
Like the case of water, it's our prayers that through this committee, the other committee, the CEO of the department should be surcharged for not paying contractors the amount, and also we are requesting the CEO to explain to us where was this financial year budget goes to, because other departments roll out the jobs, but we never roll anything. So we're wondering. We request this, you put it into serious issue.
Through the chair, our prayers also is that at least every document that we have given you, every figure that we have given you, you scrutinize. Look at the legality and the situation surrounding every contract. And if you find it genuine, of which we've presented, and we believe that you'll still scrutinize the document for each and every company, so that at least when you are adopting it, you adopt it knowing very well that work was executed, and this contractor the government owes this contractor his dues. So we pray that you scrutinize every item and ensure that at least everyone gets justice for this. Because as much as we are in this government, we believe that all animals are not equal. There are some who are equal more than others. just referring to the shamba la wanyama.
Thank you. I think now I would want to go this side. I've seen some honorable members who just came. I want let them just introduce themselves, and probably I will give a direction. Maybe Diplo first, and then I'll give to Honorable Chairman, then Mheshimiwa there.
Thank you, Chairman. I think there's a question from the document that you have supplied before us, like the one we have quoted for Kabelela debt, which is exceeding 5 million, and others which exceed 5 million. As per the policy, as the contractors, you know that anything beyond 5 million should be tendered in an open way. Now, there are some of the projects that you have done not following the right procedure. What does the guideline or the policy says? Because as much as you are in business, you run for the business, that like the way Chairman has said before, that you are business people, you grab the opportunity, yes. But according to the policy and the Constitution, it is well stipulated that anything beyond 5 million should be tendered in an open tender. So now, having done a work beyond 5 million, how did you end up winning such tenders?
Through the chair.
And RFQs, because that is a large sum of money. Eh? And when you don't have the documents, you have been given a work like that one for Kabelela debt, worth 12 million. Is that not risking also your business?
Through the chair, in response to that, I want to acknowledge before this house that we as contractors, we understand the procurement laws and regulations. And a situation like that, maybe until we look at the matter surrounding the award of that contract, because we don't believe that that one was done through RFQ. And if it was done through RFQ, it must have been a fault, even with the procurement and whoever awarded the job. And I don't believe that it has documentation to that effect. If it has, and then whoever gave out the job as an RFQ should be held responsible. Otherwise, we understand that up to 5 million, that one falls out on RFQ, 499 million and 99 cents. It falls under RFQ. Anything beyond that, we really know that that one should be on an open tender or otherwise something else.
Chairman, let me bring you on speed. According to the document that you submitted to this house, that is number 19.
Number 19.
Kenikiken Abche Solution, that is constructing a road from Kiptero Boys, Tibet, TPC, Tibet Dispensary, Kip Lelgutik, Kemasat, Masare, that is around 8 kilometers or over. That is in 2024, 2025. The contract is worth 12 million. That is in Kabelela debt. You have said it is partially documented. You had explained what you meant by partially documented. But now, if you will follow the open tender, it was supposed to be cassetted, sourced competitively. So we could not be talking about partially documented if it weren't the right channel. So unless you explain on this, because
I used
I wish to make some further clarification on that particular project. That was the first road to be constructed in Kericho County during the current regime. Now that our contractor here was told to go and do a road, which was hardly around 4.7 million. That was the first batch of the road. So, having in an agreement with the inspector of the road, who is in charge of Kapelela State Ward, the contractor went to the site, and after going to the site, he was told, actually, governor is coming to open this road, to launch this road, and this is his first work, having been installed to be the governor of Kericho County. So he went to the road and do a road of almost 4.7 million. Immediately after going to do that job, he was told also to extend the road, because there is no way you can do an halfway road. So he was told to extend the road. He ended up extending that road, and that agreement, it is in the knowledge of the MCA of that area, inspector of that area, and even the governor himself, because that particular project, we have even some pictorials, governor being there, and everyone was there.
I think.
Which means also you should correct this document now through the chair.
Yeah, which year was that?
This work is not for 2024,
Yeah.
2025.
Yeah.
Because you have given us as a work for 2024, 2025. And inception of the governor was 2022.
Yeah, 23.
So I think also you should correct as
Yeah.
per your document.
And I think through the contractors chair and secretary general, I think what we will sample some of the projects that we might need to visit as a committee, because you see, we need also to be certain, because we know we cannot be talking here and the field could be actually things are different. So I think we will not do that the road, and we will advise accordingly. Thank you. Maybe any other question? Maybe Chairman? Maybe Chairman Rhodes, you have?
Okay, thank you, Chair, for the opportunity. I'm called Kimaros, MCA Kisiara Ward, who is doubling up to be the Chairman Rhodes. Coincidentally, I'm seeing a discussion on a contract awarded under Roads Department. And I had seen this particular 12 million, which is supposed to have been an open tender document and the works, which of course it has been said that it was awarded by a word of mouth by the governor, by saying that the road be done because he was actually going there. The gentleman seated there had told us that the contractors do know the rules on procurement. What are the situations where procurement rules are getting broken? What are the situations where procurement rules are broken?
Yes,
I think
Chairman.
you will answer.
Yes. Yes, Chairman, proceed.
Okay, in situations whereby the procurement laws or rules are broken, we look at the surrounding situation, because when you look at this particular job, it was directed by the governor, and the MCA also was there, and everybody was there, and all of them broke the procurement law. So it's a situation whereby I believe this committee will sit down.
Okay, let me get it clearly. It is uncertain. Are you trying to insinuate that whenever the governor is standing in the area where works is to be done, and the MCA is seated also there, seeing the direction of the award, you want to tell me the procurement procedure is broken?
Yeah.
Because it is a law. It is a law whereby each and every member of this county should adhere to, including the MCA. Exactly. Of course, I don't expect a contractor who is being told by the MCA you go to the site without the instruction from the department. And the department, to be precise, is the CEO, where they actually initiate the process of documentation. A situation where an MCA is just getting a contractor to the field, or the governor, without any procurement works adhered to, will lie to be an offense. And when I see a road which is now costing 12 million, and it is partially documented, and you had actually said the road was actually extended continuously, do it mean that the initial start of the road is documented, or the rear end of the road is documented?
To the chair, I think it's a prudent way whereby even an MCA should know that a contract being launched by governor in this ward should be fully documented. But in this case of Cable Larten, the MCA was the one who welcomed the governor that there is this road. The CEO of the department was aware. The engineer has done all the documentation, because when he gave the contractor this road from A to B and extend from C to D, shows that he knew the value of that project.
Maybe just to also add to what Mheshimiwa is saying, any effort that you've done, because remember 2022 is not yesterday, to date. What effort have you done? Because you see, you cannot be sitting while you have sunk your money in the field. Probably, what effort have you done as the contractor? Because now that work of 8 kilometers is a big, enormous work. Any effort from them? And what could be, yeah.
Chairman, you also adhere to the fact that breaking procurement law is an offense. You also adhere to it?
Yes.
As the House also, we believe that breaking the procurement law in any work is an offense in this country under BFM Act, which of course, it will create a loophole to almost saying a work is eligible in a conclusion. But we need to reach a consensus whereby what was the plan made in the Bagila Road. We will go to an extent, Chairman, of inviting even the MCA to explain how he really consented on the starting of the road without documentation. Because we will actually have the recurrence of the same and eventually making people lose money. We will not be happy also to work as a contractor with no payment. But now, let's follow the law. If I myself, MCA Gishara, will actually assist in breaking the law, the procurement law, it is an offense. Could be to save the contractor here is that we will have to know the extent of the partial documentation. If it is a kilometer documented before extension, obvious the CEO will approve. And when he approves, definitely we should find the preliminary documents of documentation. Thank you.
I think as you answer, both, you know, that is an offense, what Mheshimiwa said, but also remember that we would want to, we'll also get it to the insight, clear insight from the CEO, because they'll be appearing before us. So maybe Chairman and the SSG, can you answer probably which effort have you done from 2022 to date, and what could be the response from the department? Yes.
I believe that when this job was executed, there was a plan. I believe by the executive, maybe with the assembly or with the members of the county assembly, that they would introduce what we call framework contract, of which we've seen when such a framework contract is in existence, such jobs are captured very easily. Chair, I think you are very much aware about that. To this effect, we've really tried. We've really tried to fight for documentation for that particular contractor.
Okay, being the chair, I was privy to the information that the contractors wrote to PPRA to block the framework contract. Why did you envisage, yet you wrote it to block?
We had to do it because we've seen framework contract being misused before.
That's why I'm saying, Why were you envisaging the framework contract, yet you had blocked it through BPRA?
Not really, it wasn't, okay, what I revise is the intention of the executive giving out the job was the thought that framework contract would come in. But unfortunately, it didn't come in. When it didn't come in, it shattered all the plans. Now, having gotten this information that our member have done the job, and we are the advocacy, we have to advocate for payment because the work was executed. And that's why we are seated in this committee today.
And now, you really sacrificed with the envisage of framework contract. Now that you have your own in the midst, you see you are now sacrificing your colleague.
No, Chairman, when we wrote to BPRA to stop the framework contract, this project was not yet launched. We stopped it before.
It has been done. It has been done. Yeah, yeah. Can you know that? The project has been done, the Secretary General.
You know,
I think the SG is somehow overwhelmed with the work. I get you. Can you allow the chairman to proceed?
now, I believe the work had been done, and there was that intention. So we really blocked it, and we were very happy when it was stopped. And it's our submission that since our member felt into that, it's a crime, yes, and we've been telling them not to execute that jobs. But since it has been done, the member of Sub-County Assembly for that area is very happy. He's being applauded there because of the project. So at least pay our member.
Can you give us now the chronological events immediately after then? What is the way forward? Have you engaged the department from then? You know, that is something that we are waiting to hear from you.
Yes,
what are they saying? Remember, we've done about 2 budgets since then. Can you tell us?
We've engaged, and I need one member to
roads. Remember, we've only dwelled on the issues pertaining to roads. You know, we still have other departments. There is water. What are the challenges? You know, there is trade. And just to bring you to speed, Chairman, before I give to Mheshimiwa Secretary, Mheshimiwa Beatrice. Let me give Mheshimiwa Beatrice so that we close that chapter. We go to the other departments so that we move with speed. Mheshimiwa Beatrice, kuna jambo.
Thank you, Chair. Yeah. I think you've told us the other regime gave you the work, and there was a task force formed by governor. He came in and formed a task force by the governor looking into pending bills. Was your association involved?
It was.
It was.
It was.
No.
Yes, we submitted.
Chairman,
yes.
I needed a clarification from Kenny.
Yeah.
It is indicated partly documented.
Yeah.
Is there kilometers documented in your full making of the road? Is there any?
At first, nilipewa PQ ya 2.7 kilometers.
2.7
kilometers.
Any document?
Niko na PQ only.
PQ only, all right, all right.
Which are the initial stages of documentation? Now, so what you can actually claim fire, any document is the 2.7 kilometers. Out of how many kilometers? 8?
8 kilometers.
The balance of the road is not documented?
Yes.
Not even
the first one, not documented. Only PQ.
Okay.
Yes.
But through the order of the governor, is that?
Yes, I think.
Through the order of the governor?
Yes. CC was Eric Koech.
Eric Koech.
Oh, the former CC.
Yes.
All right, all right, all right. I think we've captured that. But then
so the road is fully complete, compacted?
Fully. Even photos are attached.
Attached, yes, they're here. So
Okay,
I think Chairman Rhodes is trying to find out whether you also installed the culverts on the same road. Because you see, the road has to be, when you're doing a road, you do bush clearing, you do opening, grading and graveling and structures, you know?
I
Culverts.
did everything, only culverts.
Only culverts.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. So I think we better move very fast because you see we still, maybe we will not allow, remember, the two members only took oath. In fact, we extended a mercy. Please, Joseph. Maybe, please, because we need to move, we still have a lot.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I will be very brief in my presentation because this actually, I've seen that what was actually put in notice was the financial year 2022, 2023, 2023, 2024, and 2024, 2025. Kindly, Mr. Chairman, formally before the inception of this regime, there were some historical burning bills dating back to 2013, 14, 15, 16, and majorly 2016, 2017. Most of these contractors, and majorly the document that I have here, includes a lot of contractors who did work 2016, 2017. At that time, it was nearing the electioneering period for 2017. When these works were done, naturally, documentation was done. Even today, if you go to the roads department, you will see that there are two files which has all the documents for the work that was done at that time. Unfortunately, after the inception of this new regime now, nobody, and even when the governor was receiving the burning bills, amounting 522 million, it was inclusive of this. These burning bills at first, there had been actually some issues. And when those issues were brought to the assembly, 2013, 2017, a report was done. And the report, finally they concluded that all these burning bills be paid. Unfortunately, midway at that time, some few companies were paid and the rest were left out. So the big challenge, and that has been a thorn in the flesh with most of these people, if you see them here now, is those issues of 2016, 2017. And if you see through this, we really moved from one department, the roads, to the finance. And during this March this year, CEO Kericho made a passionate appeal, the roads department, and made a very stern request from the roads that I want the files. He took the files to his office, he compiled this report, and he forwarded it now when we were making the supplementary budget.
Which report is that?
This one.
Yeah.
I think it's in that file.
You know, we need to confirm, because we know we cannot admit documents that were brought much later.
All right.
Yeah. Because we only based on what you submitted. We only based on the documents that you were sent via the chairman, the general. Yeah.
I believe it is there.
Maybe we can have a look at it, because you see, could be a different document altogether. So this was for which year? 2016, 2017.
All right.
And I think because we are privy to some of the information with Mheshimiwa Ngetich, because we happen to have been there in the last assembly. Remember, there were some of the payments that were made for the pending bills in that time. Remember, we gave an allocation for the pending bills, which was paid. Payment. There were some that were paid, because I remember very well. Then again, this year when we came, 2022, this time, remember, there was a pending bills task force report on the pending bills, which again we gave a budget of about I think it was about 300 something million, which was paid again. Remember, we need now to ascertain whether this one was part of the approved pending bills report, because you see we cannot adopt something that we have not ascertained whether it was paid or not, because we need a documentation.
Correct.
So that we go around. I think this is a part of the mandate that we will confirm.
And Mr. Chairman, I believe now, as you go now to discuss with the finance, the person who has some history about these issues is the CEO Kericho.
Thank you.
In fact, he will be the lead person who will take you through. In fact, even Kishara Award, there is one of the contractors by the name Tundukat, who Kimaros Mheshimiwa knows very clearly about it. So I wanted to highlight that so that as you do that.
Which one do I know, sir?
I'm saying one of the contractors during that year, 2016, 2017.
I do not know. I was not in an MCA.
By then, you are the second term MCA.
But 2017 is the time I was elected.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry for that.
But can allow me inquire this, eh?
Yes, sir.
SG, do you have in your compiling of pending bills this document here? Do you have? No. Chairman, wait. Do you have in your list?
Yes, we have it.
Yes.
Why is this one coming through a back door? Because we had given you a very formal way of handing over pending bills, which were supposed to be checked by the Assembly.
It is captured.
Remember, sir, we will really admit and check on the existence of this document in this document in which the SG brought. Now, if it is inside there, we have no option. We have to check and get the authenticity of that particular document. Even the one from Gishara, I will go back to inquire from those who are there. How was the work done? Because by then I was in KTDA. I didn't know anything pertaining road making. Now, if it is existing through the SG in the house, I will not close my eyes. I will want to see, because I am a resident of that area, I will know whether the road was made to the existence, and we have no problem. We can approve. But we may not approve again when it fails the qualification expected for payment. Of course, when you came here with the documents SG, you know these documents are many. Others will pass the test. Others may fail, just like any other class. When we go that extent, we will actually do what is human. We will do what is human.
Yeah.
In fact, as the chairman wrote, I'm told, Chairman, there are contractors who are even sick.
Okay.
Thinking of the pending bills which are existing here. And if the contractors have done their work, I don't see any reason why they are denied the payment. But for the briefcase contractors, which of course you know they are there, we will never endorse that. Let me assure you from the Department of Roads, we will do what it takes to ensure no stone is left unturned. And we will liaise with the area MCS to know whether the work was done. So never fear anything. If you did your good work, just go sit comfortable, we will approve you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I've agreed, and please, that is why that document came forward, because I had it here.
It's okay.
But it's in the file.
Okay.
So I'm saying
Thank you. Thank you, Josie. I want us to move, because we have a lot of work. And remember, it's just that I only sympathize with you because, you know, they took the oath. So you didn't take any oath. So at times admitting what you are saying could be difficult. But then allow them to give us the real information. So thank you. I want us to move very fast. And the Secretary General, I think that at departments like roads, we've dwelled very well. Water, I think is there an issue on the issues of water, because I remember I've seen some of the documentation you've submitted. Could there be any other challenge apart from the issues of pending bills? That is, could there be any challenge, any issue with the water department?
Yes, thank you, Chair.
In brief. Yeah,
we have many issues in water department concerning the award and what. It has come to an extent whereby we have reported a case with water department at CID office concerning allegations whereby a contractor is given a job, he executes a job in three-quarters of the job, but when it comes to payment, is requested by the CO to just another contractor to come and to be paid, and not the one who executed the job.
Oh.
And so we have that case in Chepseon.
What is the project?
Chepseon.
Chepseon what?
Chepseon, even the MCA is aware about the allegations.
Someone, can I get you clear? Can we get you as a committee that there's a project that was done by contractor A?
Yes.
And contractor B was paid. Is that what you're saying?
No, contractor B
was
requested, he was supposed to invoice it, the project.
Supposed to do the project?
To be paid.
To be paid. But who did the project?
Contractor A.
Contractor A.
But he was requested to be given certain amount so that he can.
What is the name of the...
Can I inquire first the relationship between A and B?
Is there a relation?
No.
Who is now paying the B? On what grounds? Because
the department want to
we
pay.
believe every work is if misgenerated
Documented.
work,
Yeah.
which of course the money is in tandem with the name of the contractor who is given work.
The
The
work.
contractor A
Yes.
is the one who was inspected by the inspector or
Yes.
the engineer.
Was he given documentation?
Yeah, he was given because he had the PQ of what the scope of the work to be done.
Purely, or
He has the PQ.
yes.
Yes.
You can answer it.
Contractor
Can-
A has the PQ.
Contractor A has the BQ,
The BQ.
and the award.
Which was guiding the scope of the work.
No, can I get you first,
Yes,
proper?
yes,
eh?
yes.
Contractor A has got a BQ
Yes.
and the award.
Yes. No.
No, the award.
He wasn't awarded.
Was an award.
He was awarded.
Yes. They wanted to change to contractor B to give him the award.
So after contractor A completed the project,
All right.
I'm aware that he was requested by the department that
Yeah.
there was some siasa surrounding that project,
Yeah.
and therefore he was asked to be refunded the capital which has invested in that project,
Okay.
and contractor P now
Mm.
will be paid full amount of the total sum of the contract.
Chair, to be very precise on that, I believe MCA for Chepsion can explain better because he's very much aware of the same.
Which year was this? Financial year?
It was 2023-24.
23-24.
Yeah, financial
And
year.
contractor B, is contractor B given documentation plus the payment? Has he been paid or not?
He has not been paid, but
Yeah.
he was supposed to be paid because he was requested
Yeah.
to agree on the extent of how much he has invested in the job so that he can be refunded the
So
contract.
no, in short, contractor A, neither contractor A or contractor B has got any documentation. Both of them doesn't have now.
Yeah.
Is that what you are saying?
No, the contractor A
Yes.
has the documentation.
Which one? So you said it is only documented BQ only. It's only a BQ, Chairman. I think it's good that you also,
Actually, contractor A,
yes,
he has requested, because he has completed this project,
yes,
he has
yes,
requested for the inspection.
yes.
The work has been inspected.
How, I think it's good because you see, these things are sometimes some small knowledge. Remember, if you only have a BQ, you've not been given an award. Which inspection are you raising before you're given an award? I think it's common knowledge that you start with this so that you are given an award. And LSO.
Chairman,
Yes.
let me give you the brief history of what is going on. at
Can
the
you give
moment
us? Or
at
do you
the
want us to
county-
really put on this?
what is going on currently at the county?
Yes.
You know
Uh,
what the other side, which is the executive, is doing nowadays.
yeah, yeah.
You are given the job,
Yes.
which is the PQ.
Yes.
Go to the site.
Okay.
If there is launch with the MCA, you launch the project, and then after finishing, nowadays, not as like previously, where you are supposed to be given all documentation so that in case you have an LSO, you can go to bank and borrow money. Nowadays, the inspection report determines if you are going to be given the LSO. So the contractor was given the documents to go on site. He was inspected by the inspector. He paid the inspector some project management fee. That is part of the documentation as contractors we have. He paid some amount for inspection, but the challenge is when it came to payment now, because the contractor has executed almost 3/4 of the job, when we requested for final payment, he was told, you are not the one being paid, the contractor will be paid. You just agree with that contractor how much he can refund you back.
Now, for this case, Bwana Chair, just to be brief, is when it comes to that point, because we've placed, we have indicated that particular project inside this one, I believe that you are going to call the contractor to give the evidence.
To just put a closure to that, because like I've had, I'm getting to understand that you go to work minus the documentation. That is number one. Number two, remember, I'm getting that now, once a contractor is on site, contractor the service, or services and request the inspection and probably demands to be paid. And I've had you requesting again for the final certificate. If he's done 3/4 of the project, then the contractor should have been paid first so that you request the second payment, the final payment.
You know what happened? The contractor first did the first job site. I think the second was the solarization.
All right.
So when it comes out, he was requesting, why not pay me the first part, which is maybe, I don't know, is
Drilling and equipping.
and equipping.
All right.
So
So to put that one to closure, I think you'll provide to this committee so that we also come and inquire from the department when they appear before this committee so that we get that clear picture. Of course, we've heard you as a contractors association on the same. I think that one will be captured properly. I think that one should come as a part of the questions. What is the name of the project? Can you just give the name of the project?
Yes.
And which word?
Honour Chair,
Yes.
actually the contractor has confirmed that he was awarded. He has an award.
Which one? Contractor A or B now?
A.
So then he is is okay.
Sure.
So is contractor B still following up any issue for that? So it's sorted out.
Yeah.
Sorted, eh?
But not paid.
Sorted out. So payment.
Payment,
Is only the challenge.
documentation and payment.
Thank you. I think that one is sorted now. Thank you very much. So we move now. Any other issue? Because we need to
it's called solarization. It is in
which
water department, documented in the annex.
which word? It is
Jepson,
okay. Number one.
Sami Cheriot,
Number one. Thank you.
number one.
I think we've noted. The committee has noted.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So I think let's put that one to closure. Any other things
Chair.
probably challenge?
Chair, as we are departing from that one,
Yes.
we want to let the House also be aware that
Yeah.
currently tenders are not procured the way it used to be done.
All right.
And I don't know whether the chair also is aware about that. You are given an award. And I'll say most of the projects that was executed, even between November to date, was partially documented. Because you are given an award, and then you go to site. When it comes to the time of payment, it is at the mercy of a CEO. If you will get an LSO or not. But we believe that full documentation includes the LSO. I don't know whether this House is aware that currently LSOs are very crucial documents that contractors may not get if you are not in good
Books,
terms
All right.
with the executive.
All right. I think well noted. Maybe Chair.
Thank you, Chair. I'm aware that contractors are being hoodwinked to go to work with just an award. But the LSO, if you are not a friend to the department, you will not be given. You should be a strong sycophant of the department for you to be given an LSO. We are aware, we are waiting for them. They'll be here. They'll give us their full narration on how they decided to run that department as a kiosk. That department should be serving all the people equally, not under favors, because the works of the road is equal in each and every part of this county. A contractor in Tendeno is doing a great job like a contractor in Cheblange, which of course should be given a fair share and fair treatment in documentation. I'm aware, Chairman.
And that is where, Chair, all these building bills are emanating from. And we have failed to understand whether the tenders that were executed are within the budget or not within the budget.
All right. All right. Thank you. I think that one will be scrutinized with this committee. I want us now to move because maybe I will only allow you. Remember, I said for those who are not on the oath, can you just give him for the last one because they are supposed to be the ones they took oath. Maybe if you have a microphone, maybe just the last one because of time. Can you open the microphone? Like.
I just wanted to add on the document comprising the entire process of procurement. You have mentioned the issue of LSO. So issuing LSOs is becoming challenging. And thank you Chair, Honorable Kamarosa, because you stated that you will do the follow-up. At times, they initiate the process of LSO to a certain company, but reaching an extent, maybe because of interest, they come to an extent of cancelling a certain LSO and issuing to a different contractor. And this is becoming very challenging because you've struggled in site, you've completed your work on time, but when it comes to issuing LSO, it's becoming challenging. So thank you.
That one is well noted. We will take them to task when they appear before this committee. And allow me now to also move to another department,
No,
which is...
Chair, before we go to another department, there's this issue of which has created a monster in a department, the 2% says.
That is which department?
Roads. We finish with roads, so that the 2% as
Secretary General, allow me that we are now supposed to be winding up on roads and water, that we move to other departments. Maybe just
this one, because that is a major issue. Roads, all right, please. We have this issue of 2%, madam. Most of our contractors, when they go to site, maybe when they finish their job, they don't have any more money to pay for the 2%. And it has come to a case whereby this 2% is down to the whole project, the whole total amount of the project, which is a challenge to most of our members. And this is what has really caused 3/4 of members not to be paid, because it is part of the documentation so that you can come this honorable house produce this 2%. And you know, if they decide to charge us 2%, even in structures, how can you charge a structure 2%? Na 3/4 ni chuma. So we request we see a way on how you can, because let me give you a case study. Most of our members, like Tenedo Soget, you get Maramin in Baringo. When you go to Kapkatet, you get Maramin Bomet. When you are in Bomet, you are given you pay for the cess. When you are in Baringo, you pay for the cess. But when you come to Kericho, you are also told to pay the 2%. So that is a serious issue, and we request this honorable house to do something, because it has really limited a lot of contractors being paid. So that's why we end up getting a lot of pending bills. And this issue of selective payment, when there is a selective payment in most of the department, whereby you find out one contractor given a lot of jobs, not factoring in, and you find this contractor is not from Kericho. Is given a lot of jobs from, he worked from almost all 29 wards, doing different jobs, and he's paid promptly. We even were wondering if this contractor projects, Kama Project Zaka is still really equal CIDP, or I think you have to find out.
I think SG, as you said, as contractorization, I think all we will not leave any stone unturned. I want to assure you, this committee will not spare. If in case it is someone's cow, then of course they must explain, because how comes one contractor doing about all that 29 wards in Kericho and paid promptly? You know, those are the things that we are going to unearth, and we'll take that one seriously. Get it from us as a committee or another committee. Probably what we'll only need is probably to substantiate. Probably if the contractor A is doing across, we would be very proud as a committee to also have the knowledge on the same. We would be grateful if you will assist us there.
Chairman, allow me also inquire from the SG whether you know that there are some contractors, your members also, who are really darling to the big office, and they are being used in each and every part of this county to sabotage works of other contractors. Are you aware?
Yes, I'm aware.
What are you doing about it? Because they are the special cows in the county.
This honorable house should deal with them, Enormous.
I think to be very clear on that, Bwana Chair, to be very clear on that, Bwana Chair, you know this is an association. And this association, we've never forced anybody to be a member. And maybe there are people who are late to not to be members of this association. Yet when it comes to such periods whereby people have not been paid, they become members at that time. So those might be the same people who are being used. I want to say that. And in addition to the cess, it's our submission that you look into this. Because when we asked in the finance department, they told us it is on the BFM Act that every road should pay a cess, which is equivalent to 2% of the total value of contract. Of which today, we want this house to find out whether it is in that PFM Act. And if it is in, why not in other departments? Why roads only? We don't refuse to pay cess, but it should be cess on Maram. I think this one should be marked. It should be cess on Maram, so that at least we contribute to the development of the county and also to the revenue of the county. We don't refuse, but it should not be on the total value of contract. That is one. And then also, business is no longer business in this county. To justify this, BQs. You find that a BQ, whoever does the BQ is very biased. You find that a road of 2 kilometers is placed at a value of 4 million shillings. Just because maybe somebody has an interest with that, they are making money.
All right.
Someone with 4 or 5 kilometers, 5 kilometers or 6 kilometers, has the same value of 4 million, yet the activities done on that particular project are more.
Right.
So business is no longer business. If you make a lot of noise, you are given job. But that job has no money.
All right.
And if you are friend to the executive or maybe to the MCA, and then your BQ will be fat. It is our prayer.
Yes.
It's our prayer that you want to amend that
it's
one.
good. You know the reason why I'm saying this.
Yeah.
You know it's good because you see, remember we are also looking for our own source revenue. This is part of the own source revenue that will also help us again blow back to give you more work. I think this one is going to one pool, so that at least in OSR is going to blow back and probably add more work to be done in a county. So that one is in Finance Act.
But
there's nothing much we need to abide by that.
Chairman.
But maybe, as per the request of the Secretary General, on the issues of steel structures, you know, those ones probably could be a different thing that we'll need to look into. That one I agree, because I also understand, because I come from the same field, you know. So on that one, maybe you give us time to maybe ventilate on what the Secretary General has said. Yes.
But
Chairman, to inquire, are you working under conflict of interest?
No,
You come from which field?
I'm a civil engineer, so in short, I'm a civil engineer. So
I
I understand these things. It's on my fingertips. Remember?
So,
those ones are very clear. I'm a civil engineer, so they are
already getting endangered,
All right.
because when a chair is already in conflict of
Well
interest,
noted. Well noted.
we need to declare.
Well noted.
Because he's a civil engineer,
Yes,
by
yes.
the profession,
Professionalism.
I approve.
Yeah. So
Chairman, I
think,
wanted to mention something about the
yes,
source of the
yes.
maraming.
Yes.
Normally, contractors are almost working under their own discretion to find the maram. Because I've got one in my area where I've got some mountains and hills in my area where you can source maram. But I don't think whether the department do approve for you, because I found someone started a road somewhere near some maram, and then he also decided to use the same maram to make the regular road. Yet there could be some approved maram, Kenny knows, from Mosore, which of course I know the department did an approval, because it is being taken all around this county of ours. But I think your people, SG, are also deciding on their own where to get the maram. You find them, they have started the road, wameweka maram, then all of a sudden unaambia hiyo maram ni mbaya. But now, because of humanity, unaelewa tu because amemwaga. In the long run, you just understand. Now, there is a source of maraming, like quarries. It undergoes depletion. You know there are layers. You can find a very good layer in layer 3, but layer 4 is just with a very bad maram, which of course you don't wait for the department even to tell you. You should be knowing that, because you've worked under the field. You are just able to really know a good maram and a bad maram. If you don't, you now seek the department to bring the testing mechanism. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's our request,
Yeah.
Our members to be paying the cess directly to the revenue officers in that site than being subjected to 2%. That's our proposal and prayers.
Which, of course, the calculation of 2% will be directed to the revenue. I think that is not low.
No, you know, when you talk about 2%,
Yes.
Even if you go to the side of gravel work, gravel, grading and gravel, there's grader, kuna fuel, yeah, that's the.
Okay.
So we are requesting, let the department calculate the number of trips
Oh, yeah.
we are tipping in the site, and then we pay that amount.
I get you. You know, it's only for Maram, nobody to
It
Sam.
means the 2% chairman
Yeah,
is
it's for all.
blanketed.
Yeah, it's blanketed. I think that is a
Trying
good,
to differentiate the Maram.
yeah, and
Yeah,
grading, you know. So you want to, we've got a new, so you are requesting that opening, grading, and grading should not be subjected to 2%.
Yes.
It's only going to be for Maram only.
Yes.
I think that one is okay, not the total value. Now, it's not to be for the total value.
Even in
inclusive.
gravel,
And the SG, you are very right.
Yeah, you are
It is
very
even indicated in the Finance Act
Yes.
that withholding Maram says.
Only Maram.
Now our big question is, all these contractors, on the value,
It should be Maram only. Yeah. Yeah, we get you. Police chairman.
I was saying, that was our initial submission,
All right.
that this says should only be applicable on Maram,
Thank you.
only.
Thank you.
But in this case, where we are seated, it is being calculated on the value of contract,
All right.
of which we are saying there are scopes of work,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you have explained.
Yeah.
We are happy about that one.
Thank
And this one, that is why it is applicable only in the Department of Roads,
Okay.
not in health, not in education, not anywhere
All right.
else.
I think, thank you. Let's close the chapter because we still have a lot of work to go through. I want to take you to ICT department.
Chairman, before we go out of roads,
Yes.
MCA Gabriel Arte, Honorable.
He's out, chairman.
It was important that we clear the contractor from the existence of the MCA.
I don't know, maybe someone to call him as we proceed. Chairman, I want, and the Secretary General for the contractors, I want to take you to the ICT department. I've seen there's a project, number one, if you have the, as per your list, that you gave us to this county assembly. There is this contractor that has been said, Kikoska Meru Sports, and I've seen this for 23-24. And it is for Seretut. I have seen 2 million. Another one, Seretut, 2.6 million. What is this that you are supplying to Seretut? Seretut. It's written Seretut. Can you check your documentation on ICT? Number 1, number 2, ICT. Yes. Meanwhile, as you look at it, maybe Chairman Health is here. Mheshimiwa, welcome, and sorry for maybe inquiring something from you. If allow me, Chairman Health and Mheshimiwa from Gabriel Artet, there is a project Project A from Gabriel Artet that we've just been told by the contractors that they did a very wonderful job. I don't know. Maybe what do you have to say about the project? Cutting from Gabriel Artet, I've seen. Let me see. Hold on. Let me read for you so that you put that one to perspective. This was the name of the road is Keptere Boys, Itibet, TBC, Itibet Dispensary, Kiblial Gutik, Kimasat, Masare. Yes. Do you know anything about that road?
Thank you, Chair, and
yeah.
Sorry for coming a little bit late.
It's okay.
And second, I want to welcome the contractors to this forum.
Yeah.
It is an ad hoc committee regards to pending bills.
Yeah.
So number one, Chair, I'm aware about the roads you've said. And it has been a very great challenge for the contractor to be paid. One, Chair, you remember during the launch, it was launched by Governor and
me myself were present and some of our colleagues. But the challenge is, Chair, is that when the launching was done, it was done during my Thanksgiving Day, and probably there was a scuffle between the contractors themselves.
All right.
Because you remember, there's a day when they raise queries. Why is that the contract or the works has been started in my ward, yet the other works has not been started. So when in process, there was a debate concerning the start of works, and then one of them, I think there's some members of the Contractors Association called me, and they told me, why is it that it is not fair works to be started in Kaplilat while other places are not been given. So they took a step. I think they took photos, and even one of the honorable members came to my place to confirm.
Okay.
And not hide in this committee, Honorable Paul Chirichiri came. And some of them also took photos and they sent to ESCC. So they were asking why the work was done, which doesn't have documents. So when they took the ESCC came. They followed the works and actually inquired why the work was done with no paperwork. So I think it is an issue which we need to be handled in high level, so that it not takes most of the members also to big mess. Because of course I know the contractor is suffering. He has been looking, running up and down, asking for his payment because he has used money. But nonetheless, you see, when things has been taken to another level, there's also a way which can be handled. I think you'll just give direction, Chair, concerning the same, because you are aware. Even the Chair, Rhodes, is aware. He called me while I was in Zoom, asked me why the work has been started. I told them, I don't know, because me, I'm just placing budget, and the people who are doing paperwork is the executive. So I confirm that work was done. But now there's some other issues which need to be handled in other levels. Thank you.
Chairman, allow me inquire from the honorable member that you are confirming also that the work was undocumented?
The part of the documentation came, Chair, when the contractor came asking me, I have not been paid. So I know
payment. I think it is the documentation. Those are the preliminary works for the successful payment.
Yes, sir.
You are also confirming there were no documents, means there is no payment.
Even if from him, I got from the contractor.
What kilometers is the road?
Around, it's not less than 6 kilometers.
Pardon?
Not less than 6 kilometers.
It is indicated 8 kilometers.
That's why I'm saying not less than 6 kilometers.
There's a big area between 6 and 8, Chairman.
If you see, I'm not the contractor.
I think, Mheshimiwa Ngetich, you said,
allow me dwell here first. I'll give you.
As you proceed, I think I've had the honorable member there.
Well,
He said,
wait.
I think I'll give you still to proceed, Chairman Rhodes. Mheshimiwa Plumablewa that is saying that it is hardly above 6. So I think it cannot be very certain, because when you do at times measure these things, Mheshimiwa.
Because I'm not an engineer, and he's not neither. He's not an engineer.
As an MCA, I'm not also an engineer. I'm a human resource specialist. But whenever there is a work to be done in my ward, I'll be very keen in the PQ, which will be commensurate with the kilometers existing, because we want to really work on this thing very well. Honorable member, you should be also very ready to assist the contractor by telling us the truth. The works is indicated to be 8 kilometers. Works are done very well. You are sent. He has also said that the only works remaining is the culverting, which is drainage work. I hope you are confirming.
Chair, and through the chair, I think the question he is asking me are very valid, but nonetheless, there is some little bit of errors, because there's a kilometer or 2 which was not done because of poor and the drainage of the slopeness of the road, so it was not done. That one I can equate to be 1 kilometer, and the other side also has another 1 kilometer. So I'm not badly off. I can say it's not less than 6 kilometers. So the road has been done, but there's no culvert. For real, the culverts have not been placed. So I think maybe if the contractor will be ready, And when he has been done all the documentation, he can go back and complete the work, then he'll be paid. Thank you.
All right, I think to put that matter to rest, I think we've heard you, Mheshimiwa, and thank you for joining us this afternoon. And
Chair, and allow me also, I think
yes,
one of the contractor who actually or took these photos to SEC, they are aware.
Okay.
So maybe you can ask one of them to tell you who took this, these photos to SEC so that you can confirm from them.
No, it's okay.
One of them.
I think we will intervene. We will also, yes, yeah.
What the matter in ESCC or DCI, there must be one who sign against. So the honorable member from Kablela that can follow up to the registrar book OP at the ESCC and find out the real person. Yes.
That one. Should I be able to follow up for what purpose?
No, I've read it.
See, the chair contractor, the SG contractor, you want to vindicate.
I don't
have no interest in the matter of ESCC, and probably you ask him.
Thank you. I've heard both of you and three of you, and thank you very much. I want to put that matter to rest because you see, I understand the pain that the contractor is going through. Number one. Number two, as a committee, we'll also try and find out probably any other way we can assist or we can inquire. So because we don't want to commit ourselves as a committee, but going forward, we'll also be interested in knowing probably what's the best way we can handle this matter. So I think with that, I want us to Mheshimiwa Chairman Road. So I think for that, we've completed. We are moving to ICT. Very fast. You've seen ICT.
I think we are concerned about the issue of serrated.
Yes, in ICT.
ICT.
I've seen someone writing that they submitted Kikoska Meru Sports to Seretut ward. What is happening with my ward?
Let me give you the previous story about the person himself,
yes,
which is Kipto Kurgat.
Yes.
We have a serious issue about mental issue with that contractor. So when he was a mental issue, he's mentally challenged as we talk now. He's very sick. We attached some documentation for the hospital that he has been being treated.
What is the sickness?
The contractor did a lot of jobs, almost depression.
Huh?
He was not being paid.
Okay.
The family has committed a lot of resources.
All right.
Recently, the plot he had in Kipchimchi was auctioned.
Okay.
That's why he wrote. Maybe he didn't. He was not. He's coming from Serutet. I think that is why. Yeah. I think even if you give us next time you give, we'll come with him so that you can start saying.
So he wrote where he's coming from.
Yes.
Instead of
yes,
where he supplied this. So what is the supply? I'm seeing Kikoska Meru Sports in 2023-2024 the two payments. Could you be aware?
Yes. These are he supplied sports to the county government staff who are going to.
What are these?
To be brief on that,
yeah.
It happened that I met this guy one time,
yes,
and he gave me the history.
Yes.
While this county government was going for games,
yeah,
for Kikoska in Meru.
Yes. Which year was that?
Yeah.
Which year was that?
That was 23, 24.
All right.
Financial year.
Yes.
He was requested to make a quotation and supply. One is uniform. Two is shoes. And this is where this bedding bill is emanating from. And to date, this person has not been paid. So I believe that
documents.
Yeah.
Does he have any documentation?
Partially, the documentation is just that of award, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
He has an award.
He has an award.
For the two, I've seen two.
Even S13, he was given S13 for the supply.
He was given?
S13.
So for the two of one.
Because
it's the same year, you remember? What I'm getting is 23, 24, 24 again. For two.
I believe it was broken.
The same year.
It was broken into a number of activities.
Oh.
I believe it was broken into a number of activities.
Yes.
So that at
Did
least
you attach? Did you attach? Because you know we need the things that are.
the attachments.
There's some attachments in it. We have.
All right. Thank you. Hope you.
The honorable knows with the committee, you can still supply the required document to the committee because of the when he was supposed to come and present, he was taken to the hospital. That's why.
Okay.
I think to be very brief on that one also, in case you require any document during your investigation, we'll be in a position to provide what we have.
Okay. Thank you. I think number 13, I've seen Elijah Rono, which is some network, is you.
Yes.
I've seen somewhere written you supplied some cups of uji, or what is this? I've seen 183 cups of uji.
There is nothing like that. Like
What is this? Cosca feeding program.
We had in training in
Yes.
Chebwagan. We were training almost 180 in preparation for Kikoska. There was the students was at in Chebwagan, not Chebwagan, Chemosot. They stayed there for 4 weeks. We were eating full meal for the whole 1 month training to come and march.
Yes. So that is for Chebwagan boys.
That is what Chebwagan
But
boys.
you wrote it is Chemosot.
That was a training camp.
So
Was there any
Which
training?
training?
Yes.
Where?
2019.
Chemosot
The Chebwagan team.
The Chebwagan team, after selected, they came to Chemosot for training,
What training?
marching, in preparation for the.
No,
I thought the marching was done in.
No, it was done there. You know, you selected how many students from Chebwagan? See, 150. 150.
Yes.
150 plus the trainers.
Trainers,
Yes. They were trained again at Chemosot. We have everything, we have the documentation with the ICT department.
Now, Chairman, SG, we will find out. I've seen it is for 2018-2019. It's clear that because I remember we were here with Mheshimiwa Ngetich, that the training was done at Chebwagan, and eventually, subsequently, graduation was done at ITC. No, here, stadium. So for this, I think, among others, we'll still scrutinize. I want to just bring to attention.
Yes.
This is couple feeding program, feeding only.
It was feeding and training. Yeah.
So they were eating.
Yes.
So you are telling us the 5.8 is for just feeding?
You know, that time we used the framework contract, which was there.
Why were
feeding.
why were you not paid? Because others were paid. Because I remember
find
there is
most-
amount that we gave. Remember in the last parliament. Remember, Mheshimiwa, we gave them some budget to pay the.
Most of our contractors was not paid for
But
Kikoska
most-
because of the challenge. Even if you go to finance, they will tell you we have an issue with the Kikoska
Yes.
because of the nobody to ascertain the amount of work, because we have a lot. Some even like in Pale Capital, Imaram, the upper side of the, and he was not paid, and he did a structure. And up to date, despite the challenge that has been capped, the whole side were not paid. We have some contractors who level the whole 17 field in preparation, and up to date for 1 week, for 1 week, which is 17.
Okay.
Someone who installed tents have not been paid to date.
All right. So I think that one is noted. We just going through. I think with that one, ICT department, we want to, you got something on the ICT? Maybe, because you know, we need to move very fast. We still have about 4. Can you give him the microphone? Maybe just a word. Remember, they are supposed to be answering on your behalf. Yeah.
Yes, honorable members and the chair, and the coach, and I provide services for training. At the, I normally coach the team while they are preparing for Kikoska.
Okay.
In 2018, I have a pending bill on 2018, like the CDS said, I've never been paid for 2018. same, I came 2023, I did the same the training for preparation for Kikoska to
Meru.
After that, I haven't been given any document. I haven't been told that I've been paid. So the only answer I've got from the department.
Just to get from you, eh?
Yeah.
What is your name? Because it is
Tasha Fitness.
number. It is called what?
Tasha Fitness.
You captured?
Yes.
Is it captured?
Yes, it's captured.
Number what? 22. Oh yeah, Tasha Fitness.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. What were you saying?
At the moment, currently I have no any document, but I have approved evidence from the entire staff, and I have some papers which I was requesting the department that they should facilitate me and pay me, which that they have signed on top of them, they have rubber stamped.
So you have the documentation.
I have that certified. Yeah.
All right. Maybe you supplied maybe just before I
didn't supply. I offered my services as a trainer.
So I mean, was there attachment to these files that were given by the chairman?
Yes, there are.
Okay, thank you. So
Chairman,
yes.
Allow me to inquire.
Yes.
What was the year?
The first one was 2018.
Yes. And the other?
The other one 2023. The 2019 I was paid. That was unclear. I was cleared. The 2019 I was, because I was the host coach. I was just
so the one which you are not paid is
2018 and 2023.
I'm seeing one for 2023-24. I'm not seeing any other.
There is for 2018. 2018 there is.
Captured or
it's captured on my document.
This one. Okay, different. No. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think
what we have here is just but the number 22. That is Victor Osaga.
Msoga.
That is Tashak Fitness.
Yes, Tashak.
This is 23-24.
So
yes.
You said you were paid in 18, right?
19 I was paid. 2018 I wasn't paid.
18 you wasn't paid?
Yeah, I wasn't paid.
But what you are paid for 19?
19 I was paid.
All right.
Because there was a different CEO in the department.
Okay, out of the list we have here, we have only one for 23-24.
Yes.
From the department.
But I submitted, I think, somewhere in the document, but SG can provide.
No, I have the full list here.
Yeah.
That is why I've verified.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, you are number 22 here.
Yes.
That is for the year 23-24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the total amount?
1.8.
1.8, it can be for one training for 3 months, it goes for 2 years. So there are some missing document, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
When the missing document is not in the assembly, hope you know it is not our concern. We will just presume it is not captured. So if you want to be on the safe side, you liaise with the department and the SG to ensure the part of your claim is actually given to us. But what we have is what we've given you.
Honorable Chair, can I get it very clear? The document that you're going through, it's provided from the executive or from our side? From our contractor side or from?
No, of course, you know, documentations ought to emanate from the executive, then to you, then to your association.
Yeah.
That is the normal practice. So I think to what you've submitted, it is well captured. So we have the full document here showing that most of the whole projects for the world contractors that supplied goods or services are captured and is with us now.
Yes, sir.
So allow then we proceed because you see time is of essence and we've heard you. We've heard you. So just the normal practice. You've given us 2023.
Yeah.
Well, fine. Thank you. Thank you, Mosara.
Msoga, not Msara.
Mosoga, sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you, noted. So I think that one department is, we've brought it to closure, because, you know, we need to move. Now, education, very fast. Because you see, we have seen that you said contractors, I think, education, anyone with education? Chairman? Education, any issue? Because I've seen that seems it's up to date.
Yeah, I think we don't have any much challenge with the education.
Okay.
But most of the contractors, I think they have executed their work.
All right.
Only few, which I think they are waiting for payment.
All right. Thank you. I think if there's no issue, Governor's office, any issue? Because I've seen most of the works are for 21, 22, 23 with this office. And partially documented about 5.
With the governor's office,
Yeah.
most of this is the work maybe when governor is going to an emergency meeting.
Okay.
These are the ones which are, I think we request the department to provide them with the documentation fully so that they can get paid. And maybe the challenge is the budget in that department.
Okay. So I have seen the works are for the 21, 22, 23 that are pending.
Yes.
You know, partially documented.
Yes.
Yes. So any issue with that? You got anything maybe to add?
Not really.
Not exactly. Thank you, PSM, because we need to be moving.
I think the same thing.
Yes.
I think it is.
I've seen it is 23, 24, 25, 24.
Yes. I think the challenge of payment, the budget only.
So could there be any, because you see I've seen only four partially documented. That means they don't have any document.
Maybe that part of it, you know,
yes,
for documentation to be done,
yeah,
there must be a budget in most of these departments. That's why the challenge is maybe they don't have the budget. Okay. And we request this honorable house to consider them in budget.
Now, you see, these are projects for 2023 and 24.
Yes.
Yes, these are for a while, some years ago.
Yes.
So, and I think there are only 4.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Lands, can we move very fast because of time? Lands, any issue? Because I've seen there are 3. Yes.
Honorable Chair.
Yeah.
Lands has some issues.
Yes.
There is a belief, and it is in the public domain, and it is that a government is a perpetual. It's perpetual.
Yes, yes.
It exists at all time.
Yeah.
So employees cease and others come. In this department, we have a problem. Look at the first one. This was a renovation of a house, marked that, and this one we've really pursued. In fact, we are at the stage of suing the county government for that. Our contractor did that job in that year, worth that amount of money, and it has not been paid to date. And the main reason is the documentation is proper, pictorials are there, and everybody acknowledged that it was done. That's because of change of CEOs in the department. The CEO who is there currently refused, said that he doesn't acknowledge that one, and even he was questioning as to why we ended up repairing security houses in that department. Yet it was a tender that was awarded, it was executed, and it has everything to the conclusion with the certificate, and it had gone even to IP. So this, we read malice in that department.
So you want to tell us this contractor that is about 1.9 million is partially documented? To mean documents are there, not partially?
Fully documented.
So this one should be fully documented,
Yeah,
not partially?
fully documented.
Not partially?
Yeah.
All right.
Fully documented.
I get you.
I think it is an error.
So I think this one, who wrote partially, because now if you have all documentation.
In relation to that,
Yes.
that's why we wrote partially. It doesn't have the LSO only.
LSO only.
LSO. That's why, you know, for complete documentation, an LSO should be there that can generate the IFMIS number.
That's okay. So any other? Because
now, can I inquire something before they are here? You are telling us, Chairman, through the chair, you are telling us that whenever a CEO is changed, the one who is now the current CEO is negating the initial works.
Yes.
He's trying to say that why that work was done then.
Yeah. And that is a factor. And that is a factor that contributes to the major burning bills. And we see that conflict of interest and the selective payment is what is contributing to these burning bills. Because how comes that you are seated in an office, a work has been executed and all the documents are there? It's used to generate the LSO and pay the person.
Is the award there?
The award is there. Everything is there. And
so LSO is generation of LSO only?
Yeah, and I'm ready to provide that one because that member has come to our office and he submitted everything.
So I think you need to provide us with the document for this, so that at least when the CEO and the CC appears before this committee, they'll be also be able to shed light on that.
I will,
because we will make sure that we follow that. Because I've seen any other, because there are three. Any issue about the others, because I've seen there are two. I think those ones are done. Those ones are okay?
I think we don't have issues for the other one.
All right.
We've not had issues.
It's okay. Lastly, or before we conclude the other one, the last one, trade. I think we go to trade. Trade.
I think about the issue of trade,
yes,
is about the budget only. They don't have the budget.
Okay.
And we request you add more budget to that department because that department is the one generating a lot of revenue.
That's to cut too short. You know, you know, we give them budgets. You know, when you tell us budgets, we wonder which budget do you want us to get again from? Because you see, I believe we usually give them budgets. It's for them to use the same budget we've given prudently. You know, if they overspend, of course, it is their negligence. So I think SG, I've seen 2024, 2025 budget, tender, Sigawed, fully documented. I've seen all of them are fully documented. So as for the issue of budget, we give them. It is evident because if it is fully documented.
And that's why we are saying, Chair,
yes,
that it is also the obligation,
yes,
of the Budget and Appropriation Committee,
yes,
to ensure that all that project which is done within that budget is paid.
Okay.
Because really, what happens when you appropriate the budget for these particular projects, and it comes here as a burden bill, yet you had appropriated the budget, and there was no money returned to Nairobi that these people have not completed the project at Rio Pesa Irudi and Nairobi.
Okay. So we...
Now at the Assembly, Chairman,
yes,
at any closure of a financial year, they give us committed works. So if they actually give us the existing of these works done under committed works, we will admit. But now, the thing in which I'm learning is that the department can at times fail to pay a contractor, could be out of malice. Because whenever we appropriate funds, and when it is fully documented, it means an LSO is there. So if an LSO is there, I thought an LSO is if misgenerated.
Yeah.
It is generated via the money existing. Why a contractor is not paid? So it's just a malice, or what?
Or the contractor has not completed the work.
Or the contractor has not completed work.
Then the request for the payment, because these are for 2024-25. Probably that those are could be the issue, but I hope the contractors also to fasten so that they can be paid before end of this month. This month, yes. Then lastly, I've seen the market shade for Kunyak. It is for 23-24. Kosi and Siju Limited. I've seen this has got some good amount for last financial year. What is going on with this contractor? Because I'm seeing he has all the documentation, or the contractor is not yet completed. Probably. Number three. That is in trade. Because you see, again, it's not good again to give you a big sum of money, then you delay completing the project. Of course, that one will end up being a bending bill. I've seen 3.4. You've seen trade. We're in trade, eh? Under Jundico H.
Trade.
Kunyak, it is for Kunyak. Word.
It is page 23.
Page 23.
Market shed.
Yeah?
I can see.
You not, eh? All right, thank you. I hope you tell the contractors to fasten the work, because you see, the moment they delay, this one will end up being a bending bill for next financial year, which again will be most likely to eat another budget for the other year. So you see, it's up to you again to move with speed. Because we give you budget, you need also to move with speed. Agriculture. It's okay. An issue? Because I've seen most of the works are for 24, 25. So to me, they are ongoing. Yes.
I think the challenge here is
Yes.
Most of the contractors have maybe 3/4 have completed the jobs, but when it comes to payment, they are not done. We don't know what this problem is. If it means, because the other time the COP returned almost a number of projects to a number of forgers to the department back. So we were wondering what was the real issue. I think we are sure maybe this, because some contractors were calling me in the morning, why are you not advocating us for agriculture to be paid?
Okay. So I think the budgets are for this year. I think this is for this year's budget. Most of the projects here is for this year. Do you see? So you've seen in your document.
Yes.
So to me, the works are ongoing or in the final stages. Thank you. Then there is this one in agriculture number 7, the issue of capsule word. To be precise, I have seen Aldro Logistics. It is for 2015. That one has come to our attention. It is for renovation of Kipkutung Cattle Depot. That one has, because it is for 2015. What is going on with Aldro? Because you see, this is 5.4 million. To date, has he not, I've seen partial, is he not completed the work?
I think maybe contractor completed the work.
Yes.
But
documents?
There are some documents provided, and we still provide more, because let me talk with the Aldro Logistics.
But was there any documents filed to that effect on the same?
Partially.
On this project? Can you capture it?
I will request the contractor. There were some documents who were provided, which I never verify exactly which kind of documents are there. But I think I will still call the contractor so that I can provide to give me more details.
All right, fine. So we move. I've seen. We move now to health. We look for health. Health is number 13. Page 13, eh? Page 13, so that we move very fast. I think this should be the second last. Eh? Then the municipality. Yes, health. Anything on health, I've seen the projects that are remaining are for 24-25.
There are some projects going on. Maybe the contractor, I understand the department has no fund as we talk, and we don't know where will the fund transfer to. No contractor as we talk will be paid. So when contractors saw that it's an automatic bending bill, they decided to come and record it.
So in short, I've seen all this one for this financial year. So
yes.
To me, it's say that the projects are ongoing.
They are all going. Most of them have completed.
Most of these are completed.
Have completed, but there is no budget.
There are only 4. There are only 4.
Yeah. No, they didn't understand about.
But as per the financial years, for these projects, it is this kind of financial year. It's ongoing. Yeah. So no issue there.
But they will not be paid. They don't have the budget.
Which budget? Because we gave them a budget. Who told you that? Are you sure?
See, you can. Ken is one of.
He's one of the contractors.
Yes, he did in.
He did where?
Was it Kablela?
Kablela. Oh yeah, Hira. I've seen Hira dispensary.
He has completed the job, but no payment.
So documents are there. You have full documentation.
Fully,
yeah. Award. Can you give him the mic? That mic.
I have a award letter and Chair.
Yes, yes.
Nimemaliza kazi.
Yeah, okay.
Niko na award letter.
All right.
Inspection nimefanya. Kila kitu iko sawa.
LSO?
LSO ndio hakuna. Na nimepewa official communication ya kwamba budget hakuna.
So it's depleted?
Kuna pesa walikuwa nangojea. Sijui 200 million ilipelekwa wapi.
Okay. I think...
Chairman, I think I have to report to the chair and the SG.
Yes.
Are you trying to kill the contractors from my area? Why is it that Carmel are there? Whenever work is done, there is no payment?
Yes, yes,
roads
yes,
and
yes.
health.
So
now, how comes a contractor from my area is being tortured in that particular ward?
And he's doing all projects in Carmel, are there?
Work done, no payment. What is happening?
I think we've told through the chair house that this honorable house that LSO is a big problem.
Okay.
And it is procurement systems are no longer like the last regime, because in the last regime you would get all the documents including an LSO.
Yeah.
Even when transferring to another financial year, the LSO could be renewed,
yeah,
but regenerated again. Now, what is happening in this regime is that an LSO is money, and it means that you'll be paid. So we don't know what's happening, and we request this honorable house that find out what is happening with this LSO. What's the big deal with this LSO that you cannot be given an LSO, yet you've been given a project?
Okay. It is very true that the concern is now seemingly this in the side of the provision of the LSO, which of course when they'll be here, definitely they have to tell us why are they giving the preliminary documentation, but eventually the document that will allow you to be paid is being dodged. We will represent you to inquire well, and we will rule. I think we must rule that whenever a work is actually given out to a contractor, full documentation should be made before the start of the work. Because I'm surprised to learn that the generation of LSO can be frustrated even after starting. They can cancel and eventually redirect again, which of course a contractor who has been told that the LSO is being generated is going to the job delightedly, which of course in the long run payment will fail, which is a full discouragement. So we will actually represent you that you be given LSO irrespective of where you are working.
As much as chair, you are criminalizing us on the procedure of procurement procedure that maybe one or two contractors have not met or have not followed. We want also you to criminalize the Department of Procurement for not issuing a full documentation on an awarded job. In addition to that, I want just to ask this honorable house if it is really in order to give half-pegged documents. Like the same contractors are also doing contracts in Nakuru, Narok, and everywhere. And like me, myself, I've done a lot of jobs in Nakuru. And I don't even know the CEO for roads. I don't know the CEO for health. I don't know even who is procuring. And once I get all the documentation, execute my job, and and a certificate has been produced, I get my payment in the bank. What's happening with the accounting? So we need to get to the bottom of that.
We will inquire the same as you've really directed. But now, you might have contributed again to the mess. Because if you could be working as a team, definitely you would have achieved what is very transparent. But remember, when some of you are called to a corner, you decide to work on your own in a formula of survival for the fittest, which of course, when you survive, you leave others to languish in their own problems, which of course, that unison you fail to have will actually make people to do the rule of law, that is the division, dividing you to lead, which of course, you need to be united as contractors. I think that's my encouragement today. Through your union, UP1, I think the department will never work the contrary if you are one. But we will do what it takes as an assembly to work on the transparency and the provision of the documents. I think, Chairman, as you come in, we are heading to the municipality.
So maybe page 17, you are there? Now, I've seen Joyce Korir fully documented. This year, I believe payment could be in order because remember, the projects that are for this year, ending this year, probably are documents that can be paid before 30th. So anything about that? Or,
no, Joyce Korir is a contractor cleaning our town.
Yes.
He is in under framework contract.
All right.
So he has not been paid. So the challenge is, there was an issue between, he was transferred from water to municipality.
Okay.
That's why.
So transition.
Yes.
But for this year, or the project
Yes,
is
this year.
okay.
This year he has not been paid.
So any other thing, because because I've seen it's fully documented.
Yes.
All these are full documents.
Yes.
So I don't think there's much issue. Or is there an issue on the?
No.
No issue.
The other one about the other.
Yes.
The other contractors. The question is, I think the budget in municipality. You know, some of these contractors were transferred to municipal, and they were up to date. They have not been paid. We don't know what the problem is now. And I think that these are World Bank money. It's not in exchequer.
Okay. So could there be any challenge probably that you've had as an association on the same?
Maybe because recently the municipality manager was interdicted and then returned back, but
Yes.
maybe he has not settled in the office to start paying.
Okay.
But
as for this project, I've seen the for 2022-23. You know, I've seen 3 projects are for 22-23. Yes. So I think those are the budgets that should have actually been dispensed. Could you be
no
having any?
I don't. That could be the issue between the municipal manager as a problem.
Okay.
And the committee should check on him.
All right, all right. So when he appears, I think those are the things that we might actually be inquiring from them. So I think so far, so good. All the pending bills, as we summarize, as we wind up.
We did not.
You have the document.
Chairman.
Yes.
We provided enough document there, but the challenge is we only deal with one issue in water department. You know what happened with water?
Yes.
Most of the contractors have executed the job, but the payment, even if you do supplementary 2, 3, up to 4, the same contractors will not be paid. So we request this honorable house to follow up and find out why is the CO, Department of CO Water, not paying the contractors. Yet the job was given 2023, some 2021, 2020. And what we want to ask this house, the water department is the only department that they do not roll out any job. And they were given World Bank. Even the issue of World Bank, the money were given. No, most of the job were not given to our locals. And we want and when we say locally everybody in Kenya is a local. We refer to people who live in Kericho because of the issue of empowerment in devolution. So can you follow up on tax strict issue? You see the issue of that water department is a monster and it has really created a lot of challenges.
Chair, I believe this is the department that has really encouraged capital flight in this county, where contractors have almost been brought into their knees. We really bidded for all those jobs for Floca.
Yes.
And so far, hardly any contractor here got that opportunity. So most of the jobs were given to outsiders.
Okay.
And that is our main agitation. So at least we also request, pray for this house to ensure that at least in future any jobs are given to the locals. Because if today you get a problem, we also contribute. And we've been doing that. So when we have money, you also have money. So we are at your security as you are at our security also.
Okay. Thank you.
What do you think, Chairman?
Yes,
the chair,
yes.
What do you think can be the reason as to why they are really not giving you the works of local?
I believe that corruption and conflict of interest, that is it. They are selling these jobs.
So you are not...
Now, when you say selling,
Yes.
You are not
I
able
think
to buy.
selling is selling. You are also capable to buy.
Buy, yes.
But now, let's set a situation whereby devolution 2020, devolution itself in Chapter 11 is that the beneficiaries of this will be the locals. And we are not benefiting as the locals, so that's why we are agitated.
Now, allow me inquire, because you know they are doing the selling.
Yeah.
Do you appear in the market?
I don't appear in the market because I believe in fairness. I believe in accountability and transparency. If they are accountable, and why bid if you have to
What
pay?
did you do when you realized that the
We've
market
even
is-
taken them to DCI.
Oh, you've
Yes.
taken.
We complained. We went to extend to the
Oh, you
DCI
made a formal
office. He
complaint,
was
huh?
summoned to there,
Do
and
you have probably
You could even
letter?
you could even
Assembly.
write a complaint to us.
Maybe
If
a
you've
copy,
never
maybe
seen
a
one in
copy.
the assembly.
Maybe you can give this committee a copy
Yeah.
of the complaint.
Okay.
Yeah.
we'll provide to you, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
But you see, there's one thing that we tend to believe. We respect this house.
Yes.
And by then, I don't know whether we really had this committee existing by then when we were raising our complaint. And in most cases, as contractors, we perceive that maybe they have colluded with the various members of
County Assembly.
this house
All right.
in their own words. Maybe they are saying give to this person because they have interest. And that's why we are really applauding this thing. We were really making a lot of noise on this thing of conflict of interest and selective payment.
Yeah.
That is what is killing this county.
Like I have a project for Flocker in my ward, Kisiara Dairy Society. I do not know the contractor, so there is no collusion. What I wanted is the building. But now I've never inquired who is the contractor. I see the representative, but I do not know the contractor. But then, if you could also come, I could welcome you. But you are now talking on the right direction, that we should have this money remaining in Kericho.
Exactly.
When you say the locals are not benefiting, it means I can actually reason to think, I'm thinking this way. Don't know whether you are thinking the same. That people living in outside the Kericho are the one doing works. Which of course, whenever we have problems in Kericho, you do contribute as an association. Why is when the money is here from the national government, you are being denied jobs? So we will inquire from them, how much are they selling? Are the contractors from Kericho not affording? Are they too expensive? We will inquire and we will actually give you the information.
And, you know, we believe in a transparent and also a fair process. That's why we go bidding. If they are selling, that they should advertise that they are selling. We can also buy them. We can also buy them.
It's you, Chairman, who said they are selling.
Exactly, they are selling.
I'm just using what you've said.
Yeah, and that's why I've said, if it is selling, let them advertise that they are selling.
Now,
Let them not engage us.
let me put you to order, Chairman. Let me tell you this thing. You know, you don't joke with such a bigger word that you've used to that they are selling. If in case someone challenges you that you have a proof to that effect, are you going to substantiate? Because you see, once it's going to answer, it is going to be a very serious word before this assembly. You know, it's good to also substantiate at times. Yeah, because as assembly, those are things that ought to be followed the latter. Can you put it in the right word?
What we're saying,
evidence of the same.
What we're saying is
very
that we
dangerous
have
word,
some
yeah.
evidence to some extent
Yes.
that it was done on waivers
Yes. Yes.
and maybe in exchange of money.
Yes.
In this case,
So you are basing. Let me get you, chairman of the contractors and the secretary general. So you are basing on your allegations on the formal complaint you made to the The DCI.
To the DCI. And when we met there,
Now, you see now, for us as assembly, we would also want to confirm, because you see, we cannot take only the words that has come out of you as a association, but then we need things that are substantial.
Yeah.
You need to substantiate.
What I want to say,
Yes.
I think the award of those tenders,
Yes.
so I can say, was
Yeah.
not done to the
Oh, yeah.
to the standard.
All right. Yeah.
To finalize on this,
Yeah.
we have this issue of selective. You know, previously there was no selective in IP, but of late, when you are when your documents, not in your payment is in IP, it's not a guarantee that you will be paid. That has been an issue whereby maybe through the controller they select which companies to be paid. So you may be not like previously when your forger was in IP, you are guaranteed that I will be paid. So they still, so we want to request that that thing should be history, so that if we get fairness.
I think with that, I want us to, like we've agreed, I want us to bring, before we bring to a conclusion, maybe if any of the honorable member maybe has anything probably to say, because I've seen Mheshimiwa Philip Mutai, who has stepped out a bit, probably if he has anything to say, because you see, remember, as before I put to conclusion, there's also this thing that you attached, the Bending Bills Committee, Finance and Economic Planning, to be paid in the financial year 21-22. I've seen you've written 69,016,122.28.
I think that
what was the essence of this?
That was part of the that was the group called Waze, which was I think which is just part was referring to
the document that
the document he wanted to insert, but already presented.
So this one is the document that is for 20.
It was recommended to be paid that amount, but
it was recommended.
Yes.
But was it paid?
No.
Who recommended this one? Who was this panel? This recommended by the Committee on Finance. Which committee is that?
I think the previous committee constituted by the executive.
Which committee? 21-22. This one. This is the committee that was recommended by who?
I think Jose.
The Finance Committee done 2016-2017.
No. Which committee? Is it Assembly? Finance. Is it Executive? Finance. Is it ad hoc committee? Which is which? I want to clarity on this, because you see. Which Finance Committee? I want
Assembly.
The Assembly Finance Committee.
Yes.
What shows? Because this is 21-22. Remember that
you know, when they accumulated all these,
yes.
You know, this has been historical burning bills, which has a lot of effect in many people. So every year they have been doing a summary of it and carrying it forward. So I believe when you see there's 2021, 2022, that was the total amount that was carried forward.
You know why I'm saying this? We need authentication of this document. You know, as far as it has appeared before this committee, we've not seen authentication, because, you know, we need to know a source and a stamp, anything.
And finally, when that document went to the finance, that is when they own it. And especially the finance has owned that document.
Hold a bit. Former councillor, to be very precise, to be very kind on you. Can you know, as anything that comes to this house, I think Abraham knows that. We need authentication of the document. Like for this case, it's just been written Annex 1. But where the generation it came from is where we still not very sure of.
Chair,
yes.
to also add on that one, I believe there was a committee, ad hoc committee that was there before for Josiah. That committee sat down and then they gave a recommendation. That recommendation was taken all the way to finance. We had some people from finance and various departments who went to look at those jobs. And after that one, that recommendation was done that those people are supposed to be paid.
So, and how far is the payment in terms of this document? Because you see, my basis is very clear that authentication is very important. Because you see, we cannot be owning all documentation that we might not be certain of, apart from the ones that you signed, is what we accepted. But for this, we'll need to still find out because I was there in 2021, 2022 together with Tunde Bongetich, and therefore we are trying to confirm whether we had any other committee as per then, which I'm not privy to the information. That's why I'm very careful in knowing the document, the generation of this document. Thank you. I think with that, we'll still try and find out, because you see, we need things that are in order so that we are very sure of authentication. I think that is, yes.
Just on
Josie.
Yeah, to confirm that one again, because what has been documented in that list really correlates with the documents that are in the roads department.
Okay.
Because every document for these companies is in the roads department.
Okay.
And it is written pending deals.
All right.
So in case you want to do further inquiries, even when they said the finance will be coming here, you can even tell them to come with those files.
Okay.
And then we will ascertain from there.
I think we know that. Thank you very much, Joseph. We will still scrutinize this that as a next chair. I think this is a next chair. You are next chair. Or you said it is the last pages of these documents. The last pages. Was the last. So I think with this document, we've agreed that we'll still go and look at it, because this one will treat it as an annexure from the contractor's side, right? So thank you. Maybe before I give all honorable members to say something, maybe if any member has got something, because you see, I'll give you a way forward. Just before, Mheshimiwa Philip Mutai, you got anything? Before we conclude.
Probably, Chairman, to you, to the SG and the entire team, is thank you so much for highlighting some areas, gray areas that we thought for highlighting some gray areas that we have seen, it may add a lot of weight to our expectation. So I think I just want to say to you, our team, contractors, if need be, that at one point and or time we will call you back. Don't hesitate to come, because we are up to this task, and we are so serious about things. We want to put this issue of pending bids to rest once and for all. So I wish you well, and in case of any endeavors, we call you. Don't hesitate to come. Thank you.
Okay, through the chair, we appreciate your presentation. And as a committee, we are going to do our best, and we will not leave any stone unturned. Thank you.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Gladys. Maybe Mheshimiwa Ngetich.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Chairman. It will be also, my parting shot is that I'm seeing this here existing here. That an approval was made by the Finance and Committee, Finance and Economic Planning, 21-22. Former councillor, 21-22, I was there. And any document which is being made by the department will be presented here as a report. But this thing didn't feature in the House because I could have challenged that time, because I was in the House. So that's why we need a clear, a clarity on this particular listing. Because when I see this is Chang Construction. This information was made before I even came to the assembly. And out of those who were there, they told me they were paid. I don't know whether partially or fully. So it is the Department of Finance again to give us a further clarification on the same, whether this is the balance or the full payment. We will work on this list, and my prayer is that anybody who has served and has done good work, we must approve for payment. There is no day in which I will actually participate in curtailing a success of someone who has really bestowed the resources in a particular side of this county, and especially in Gishara one. Because the money for Gishara is existing, you should be paid. So going back and working for us, we will ensure we protect you as by the law. We will not actually accept anything which is below or above. Thank you.
Asante sana Chair. Asanteni sana contractors kukuja mbele yetu na kuitikia mwito wetu. Tukikaa chini hatuwezi angalia our contractors wakilia. Wengine ni wagonjwa wako hospitali. Because of these pending bills, we want to know why are not paying your dues. Because mlitoa pesa yenu, kuna wengine walienda Shailo, kuna wengine walifanya nini ndio wapate pesa ya kutumia na wamekanyagilia chini. Hatutakaa chini tukiona maneno kaa hiyo ikiendelea kwa hii kaunti yetu. We want to look forward and help you to get your dues. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Beatrice and the Chair Rhodes. I want now to give you just labda useme wasia or anything that probably you want to say before a parting shot, so that I give the directive going forward. Welcome, SJ.
Thank you, Chair. We really appreciate what you have done as Kericho County Assembly for inviting us to iron our issue. I think this is the only assembly in Kenya who has the good relationship with Kericho, with their contractors. Because some contractors, like if you go to other counties, they are not being paid. Some even have their pending bills up to date have not been cleared. And we really appreciate what our request as Kericho Contractors is to see a way you can empower our Kericho Contractors Association to have so that 70% of the work will be through our locals. Because right now it is vice versa. 30% is remaining in the county, 70% is going away. So can you sit down and see for the safety of our county? Also, this issue of 30% should be adhered to by the executive. And we request the Honorable House to be following up to find out if that 30% for BW, women and youth is followed, so that we can empower our young ones, our brothers. Also, we want to request, you know, when the new administration joining in to the government, you know, kuna wale walikuja campaign. So in fact, mtu anapewa kazi kubwa na ni kijana mdogo ajui hata nini. So we find that mtu hawezi fanya kazi amalize, and because of the issue anasema maybe you are on the other side of that, you end up to a lot of this issue ina generate a lot of pending bills because ule contractor hajiwezi anaenda site. So we request for that house to consider us on that.
In addition to that, I want to say a big thank you to this assembly. I believe this is the assembly of Kericho that really has some goodwill with its people and also to the business community. And also, this shows that you really want to develop our county, because developing a county means developing everybody. And we are very much grateful about this. We only request that at least you put everyone, each and everyone, if it is a contractor, you put a contractor on task to ensure that he delivers. You also put the executive into task so that at least they also deliver on their side. If this one is done and you do your order, you execute your duties also well, especially that one for oversight, so that you oversight the contractors and also the development, you oversight the executive and ensure that the budget that is appropriated is used properly and everyone gets its due, his or her due rights. I believe that this county will forge ahead in a good way. Ensure that also the law is followed to the letter. And I believe that is your duty also to oversight on that one, to ensure that if it is procurement, let it be done. If it is anything that is done, it is done according to the law. I believe that that way we are going to move far. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Chairman.
Finalize, Chairman, you request because this thing was in, you protect us.
Okay.
You know, maybe blacklisted from getting jobs and what. So we pray that we be given the first priority also, those who are here. Because I know they will serve, but we'll fight on.
Thank you, the Chairman and the Secretary General, and for the Contractors Association for appearing before us this morning. I want to assure you that the effort that you've made to appear before us and give your submissions was well captured, and I want to assure that the issues that you've raised on the selective payments and the issues of giving out works via word of mouth, I want to assure that we will do something about it so that this thing should not appear going forward. Number two, again, there was an issue that was vehemently mentioned on the issues of the 2% Madam says. I want to assure that having taken note on that, I think the Secretariat has noted, and with a concern that we are going to make sure that the issues that 2% should actually touch is the issues on the MARAM, and that one should be very clear, because you see a lot of contractors have raised the issue. Lastly, I want to also assure the Contractors Association that the said roads or the areas that we've noted, either on roads or any other department, I want to assure that going forward, we will also be visiting. We might visit 1 or 2 areas just to ascertain the work that you're also doing as a contractor association. And lastly, as for the documentation that we might need in the course of our way forward, we will not hesitate, but I hope your office will be glad enough to give us the requisite documents if need be. So with those, I want to assure and wish you well for the courtesy that you've made to this morning and given us insight of the challenges that you're going through. And I want to assure that let nobody be intimidated. You know, this is your right. And as per everybody, the 30% or the 70% you have said, I believe local contractors should actually be the ones that are reaping fully. So with those, I want to thank you very much for coming this morning and giving us an insight of what you are doing for the good work you're doing for the people of our great county. So I want to thank you and have a fruitful afternoon. And I don't know whether we have lunch around. We will inquire, but if we have one, you will be courteous enough to welcome you for Mankuli. So asanteni sana. And for the committee, I want to adjourn this morning session until 2:30, where we'll be having more interactions with other people joining us in the afternoon session, in the evening session. Thank you very much. Na karibuni tena wakati mwingine.